Google, the main search engine of our modern days. And Google have different aspects to it, but the one that I look at is Google Maps. Back then, we used to use manual maps that only showed certain lines, roads, small roads. It didn't zoom in or zoom in as our Google Maps is doing now. And so, with that said, my main argument, which I'll agree with, is that Google should allow users to remove private addresses from their map database. And in doing so, I will speak on two main points. Firstly, having our addresses accessible to the public makes us accessible to criminal activities. Secondly, thinking about it, since Google Map is public information, we should then exclude private information. And so, in arguing my first point, when you think about criminal activities and Google Map being the source of this, I can use one example. I am located in Jamaica and I have my sister's address. What I did, I went on Google Map because I wanted to see her house. I've never been there before, and I entered her address and I was able to see exactly where she lived, the road, the house, even her very car. And so in saying that, what if I am someone who doesn't like an individual, who wish to do harm? And so if I get that individual's address, all I have to do is use Google Maps, type in the address, and know exactly where I'm going. And I wouldn't be deterred. I will know where to look, what door, what color house. And then this allows criminals to carry harm to individuals who would least expect it, because these are persons that shouldn't even know their address, much less know where they live. But then Google Maps has given this access. Giving another example, thinking about also whether, as I speak about criminal activities, what prank person will for no reason just take up your address and enter it, because as I think about it, your address moves around, given that you have to be involved in so many different things. And in America, because I'm thinking about that, in America you have your address being passed out when you join a club, when you join stores and all of that. And if an individual at the store that has no integrity can take your address and locate where you live and do whatever they want to do. And so I think Google Maps has caused that. Second point of argument, where as it says public information, and so we know that public is allowing everyone around you to have access to that information. But when it comes down to privacy, it's you and whoever you wish to have that information. And so since Google Maps is public information, then they should allow certain things like your home, your private home, to become inaccessible to the public. Public information is like knowing where a McDonald's is, knowing where a church is, because those are public places. But then we should think about it being private. So you should give individuals that opportunity to indeed delist their address from Google Maps. And looking at that point also, secondly, where public information, well, when creating this, I don't think that they really gave persons the option to make their information accessible to the general public. And so in doing so, they should allow persons to decide for themselves, okay, do I want to make my information out there? So in thinking about it, as I mentioned, that I agree that Google Maps should allow persons to take their address from their whole map database. Yes, should take it from their map database. They should give persons that opportunity, and for two reasons: susceptible to criminal activities, and secondly, because it's public information, not private. And so, in saying that, I believe that Google Maps should allow persons to take their private information or private addresses from their database to protect them, and also, as it says, to keep information public.